Hey guys, what's up? Tom Sequoia here. I have a replay submit from Hannibal Barca. It was on Sakara Ridge, and it was Hannibal Barca and Quantum Poison versus The Feared and Man with No Name. Um, this is a really great match. It was actually ultra fun, ultra unit size, nighttime battle. So it was a fun match. There's a lot of action that happens. There's a lot of troops on the field. So I apologize if I missed some of the action, and I'm going to try and get as much as I can of the action. Now I'm going to try and read off these armies real quick for you guys because the armies are so large and I don't want to have to waste the first 2 minutes of the video just naming off armies. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it and go ahead and go through these armies here real quick. Alright, let's take a look at Hannibal Barca's army. I see 2 Carbine Cavalry, 1 Black Bear, Shogunid. So I see 5 Shogunid, a Black Bear, 2 Tosa, 3 Tosa, some Katana Kashis. So 4 Katana Kashis, and then 2 more Saber Cav, or I'm sorry, 2 Saber Cav. Okay, that's it for him. Let's look at Quantum Poisons. I see 4 Yari Ki. Okay, there's a Katana Kashi, Katana Kashi, so 2, 3. Okay, so 3 Shogatai, 3 Katana Kashis, White Bear, Red Bear. White Bear, Red Bear, White Bear, French Marine, White Bear, Red Bear, White Bear. So definitely more White Bears than Red Bears. I apologize if I missed anything in his army. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Man with No Name's army. I don't know if his troops have names, you know. There's no names. You know, I was a little confused. But you can see by the unit size that's 200, so it is an ultra-sized unit battle. Let's go ahead and look at his, though. I see a Spear Levy. Okay, there's 3, 4. So I see 4 Spear Levy, Imperial Guard Cav, so 2 Imperial Guard Cav. I see his gen. Sorry if I'm scooting around a lot. I hate how on the replays they don't let you zoom out more. See, U.S. Marine. There. Okay, that's part of Fear's army. Black Bear, Black Bear, Black Bear. So 3 Black Bears. He may have some troops hidden, so I apologize if I missed some. Let's go ahead and take a look at Fear's army. I see 2 Yari Ki, Naginata Samurai, Bow Samurai. So 2 Naginata, some heavy gunners. Heavy gunners are pretty funny. So what is that? 3 Naginatas, 4 Naginatas, 5, 6. Okay. Then I see some Portuguese Turcos. I saw, I believe, 2 Bow Samurais, then 2 other Yari Cav making 4, and his avatar. Now, Fear does have a few other troops, which you will see, but let's go ahead and play this. And I am going to go ahead and fast forward it till the first part of the action. You can see back here, Fear did have some Hanzo Chateaus and Waco Raiders that he ambushed Hannibal Barca's Yari Ki with. Now, this was a nice little trick he pulled here. Caught me as off surprise, you know. It's never fun to have Hanzo Shadows behind you, but you might as well bring him. It was an ultra-sized unit battle. Why not? You know, you have Ultra Funds. You know, Ultra Funds are battles where you get to see everything that your person has, you know, your opponent. You know, you can bring all your veteran units because you always have enough money pretty much in the Ultra Funds battles. But it does look like Feared's units do have the upper advantage on Hannibal Barca, but they are bringing over more troops to support. It looks like Hannibal's bringing over 2 Saber Cav, and it looks like Quantum is bringing over 3 Yari Ki. So, yeah, a lot of overkill to get rid of these, and then this just becomes a big old cluster F right here. Oh, I love those bombs. And they made, and then I believe they have the smoke bombs too, but you can see on their flag how they have the little morale penalty, and it really does affect them, those Hanzo Chateaus. When they throw their bombs and stuff, it really is a morale shock to the troops that get hit by them. So, Hanzo Shadows are very tough. You can see they've only lost 2 guys so far, and his Waco Raiders have already wavered out. And these Hanzo Shadows will hang on for a while, but you can't really tell where they're at in here too much. It's just, like I said, a big cluster F of cavalry. Basically, it looks like they're just trying to run over these Hanzo Shadows and rout them out as quick as possible. But They are dropping pretty quickly, but any other unit would have been long wiped out. Hanzo Shadows are expensive, but they're strong. They can be a really... You'll see some people's armies, maybe they'll put like a second line of 2 Hanzo Shadows and they'll actually run them up or send their 1 troops in and then maybe throw some bombs, but that would give a big morale penalty to your own troops, so it would be better to run up the Hanzo Shadows, throw their bombs, send them in, then send in the rest of your melee behind them, and that would be a, you know, a devastating charge to the enemy because of that morale shock that you give, and not to count how good the Hanzo Shadows are in hand-to-hand combat. Oh, you can see one. Look at him. Oh yeah, die horsey, die. Die horsey. Cut the horse's legs off. That'd be beneficial. There's one more. Oh, she got one, it looked like. Ground shaking, too much cavalry. Man, they are backed into corners. Oh, see that? Stabbed him in the gut. Horsey. Poor horsey. They're still hanging on there, though. They're not even wavering yet. Let's see how many troops they got left. 10 of them. So their morale is down in the red, but they're not yet wavering. So, you know, they're very tough units. I will give them that. They are very tough. But if you don't use them right, they'll be a big waste of money. That's the only bad thing about them. Some people won't use them correctly, or they'll try and like ambush your general early on. And if you don't get that, you know, just right, then it's pretty much a failure and a waste of money. But with this being an ultra fun battle, you might as well do a fun little trick like that and bring some Hanzo Shadows. I would have. That sounds fun. I would have definitely did that. But I am going to go ahead and fast forward it here till the next part of the action. You can see the casualties that Quantum Poison sustained. You can see all the spots. You can see this one's down to 116. A lot of his line troops. Now, he does have them in these deep column formations, so when those artillery shots hit, they're doing a lot more casualties. If he would have had his line stretched out, he wouldn't have been taking as much casualties, but he does have so many troops. If he was to stretch his line out, he'd probably have like a whole line across the map. So, and keeping them in a column formation does allow them to be more maneuverable and allows them to move faster around the field. So it's kind of a benefit. You know, if you stretch your line out to the fullest, you're going to maximize firepower. But having them in column formation, they will move faster, and also cavalry won't be able to pierce through it if the line's too deep. But if it's like a real thin line stretched out of the way, cavalry's going to be able to slam right through that line, keep going, then come back around and hit them again. So it's kind of it kind of just depends what situation you're in. If you want to do, you know, a stretched out line and maximize firepower, or keep them in column formations. Now, in this match, Quantum does some great maneuvering with his troops. He ends up maneuvering his whole army over here on this side into these woods right here, and making the guy with no name basically turn his army. It was some great maneuvering. You don't know until you do that situation. That would be probably what I would try to do. Ooh, man, that Tosa Rifleman just took some nice bow fire there. Hey, look, they're doing the dance. Breaking it down. Oh, breaking an arrow in your face. Oh no, we're done dancing. We're out of here. Run, run, run. My dance buddies. Oh no. I lost my good dance partner back there on the field. Oh, I think this guy's still dying. Oh no. Look, he's dancing still. He's doing the caterpillar. Oh, looks like we got some action over here. I apologize, I was dicking around. Okay, looks like we have a cav engagement over here. Looks like Quantum took his Yari key into the man with no name's Tosa Rifleman. And I was kind of thinking the first time I watched this if he sacrificed that Tosa Rifleman to allow his Imperial Guard calves to take shot into that big blob of calf, but then Quantum Poison brought over one of his more depleted Yari Key and actually hit this one on the side, so we did get a nice hit in. He brought up some Black Bear to support. I don't know what happened here. I don't know why he's sacrificing this Royal Marine. You know, he could have kept it right back up here on this hill with that 150 range and fired at those melee troops, and his line troops with only the 125 range. Ooh, dang it, I'm missing the cav charge on the side of the field. Fear did a full-out cav charge here. He just charged right into his lines. He takes quite a bit of casualties, though, doing that. And you really think Fear has the upper hand on this field. It really does. You know, he did a little shock and all on Hannibal here. And, you know, it's just really, is Hannibal's line going to hold? Are his troops going to hold? And Fear did a nice charge. It was a nice orchestrated charge. He charged in all of his cav at the same time, followed by his melee troops with bow support, and he's bringing up these Portuguese Turcos, and he even has the heavy gunners, which I just think are hilarious. heavy gunners crack me up. But you can see, and then the man with no name is trying to support Fear over here, and they're trying to basically wipe out Hannibal Barca, and then worry about quantum poison. The man with no name was kind of just keeping scooting across the field, allowing quantum poison to get this nice formation and all of his troops in here to that tree line, which is going to provide extra protection for his troops, because you know those trees are obviously going to take some bullets. Just hopefully the trees don't die. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. It looks like Fear's Naginata Samurais may be winning on this flank, and over on this flank, it does look like Hannibal's troops are starting to waver a little bit, but he has that second line back there, just pretty much point-blank shots into the back of his troops, but also doing a lot of casualties into Fear and the man with no names army. So it's kind of, you know, iffy who's going to win right now, but it does look like Hannibal was able to win a little bit more here in the center. You can see him starting to bust through. He's starting to get into Fear's Portuguese Turcos, and looks like Fear has to send his reserves to slow down this advance because the center did break. Now this flank is not going well. The man with no name sent some spear levy into the side of these Shogun infantry, fought with some Naginata Samurai support. Basically, too. Now the man with no name still has some troops left, and he's taking some nice shots into these guys up here, but Hannibal's going to go ahead and get him up over the ridge again so that doesn't happen. Now, over on this side of the field, just look at this great formation in this tree line. I give Quantum great props on his maneuverability of his troops and the way he organizes and orchestrates them. He did a wonderful job on that this round. He gets an A+ just for maneuvering, but you see this column formation I'm talking about? Think about it. If you had this stretched out completely, charging a line troop, wouldn't it take more casualties than like this? You guys let me know what you think. I want to hear some feedback on that. Do you think it's better to charge a line troop like this or a stretched out line? You guys tell me which one you think it's better. But basically, you guys can kind of see who's got the advantage right now. It does look like Quantum and Hannibal do have the advantage. Fear and the man with no name are trying everything they can to, basically collapse this flank where most of Hannibal Barca's troops are still left at, and the troops over here on the left are basically chasing down what's left of Fear's army. Fear has some stuff left, but he did kind of basically, Hannibal Barca and Quantum are kind of just sadly, I hate saying this, but mopping up Fear and the man with no arms. But Fear and the man with no arms fight to the last man, and they won't give up or rage quit. They're just not going to sacrifice their troops. They're going to make Hannibal and Quantum work for that. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the man with no name still has a lot of troops left, but he also does have this terrifying force coming from his rear. So, I mean, basically, he did the right move. I would have done this. I would probably stayed and focused on this right here, maybe caused as much casualties as I could over here, because basically Quantum has a full army left, and Hannibal has about half, maybe a little more. So if they still could possibly have a chance if they were able to wipe out Hannibal, but they do have to wipe out Hannibal before Quantum gets here. Now, does it look like it's going to happen? Maybe. We'll just have to see here. I'm going to kind of scoot back so we can see what's going on back here.
A unit is running from the
Feared has just been running
sir.
for his life. He's been using his, I assume he has a melee gen. I'm pretty positive he does. The way he uses them, it just looks like he does. But yeah, he's trying to use his gen, supporting his Portuguese Turcos as best he could, trying to slow down these Katana Kashis and trying to cause casualties. But Fear just doesn't have enough troops left. He sent in what was left of his reserves. He had like 2 Naginata Samurais left that he sent in, trying to hold up those troops, and it just wasn't enough. Hannibal's troops were really running his down, and so that is sadly the end of Jay's army there. Now, the man with no name is keeping his troops at bay right there. That's the end of the match, and once again, great game to everybody all around. And make sure you guys like and subscribe, and definitely let me know what you think, and I'm always looking for more replay submits, so yeah, just contact me and we can get that set up. But let's go ahead and take a look at the results here. Lost almost 2,000, but killed almost 24, and look at Quantum, man. He didn't even lose 1,000, but Hannibal did kill more than Quantum, but not by much. And I mean, Feared a lot of troops, but look how many troops the Feared killed. He killed, almost 1,700, and the man with no name killed a great game, guys. I really enjoyed this replay submit. I always feel honored to do your commentaries. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Thanks. Bye.